Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Stump the Idiot. I am the huge one, aka the idiot, Dave Koco from DAVKOCO.com. We are always live on twitch.tv/KocoSports. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at the KocoSports. Stump the Idiot is answering your questions as best I can. This is from the Twitter machine. Feel free to put them down below in the comments. I'll try to respond to them as quick as I can. Or tweet me at KocoSports, and maybe you'll make a special video just for you. Ray T from Houston, Texas, asked a great question. This might be a loaded question, but what to you is the greatest match of the fabled New Japan Dark Ages? Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Zing! I'll be here all week. Oh, man. Do you know, I forgot. I halfway through recording this video, I stopped and said, oh my God, that's such a good joke. Let me re-record it. Mine was Nagata versus Muda in 2001, and my favorite. Yeah, Nagata Muda was absolutely amazing. I lived here in Japan. I've been to all the 1-4 shows. And there's a lot. This is a loaded question, and I don't have the best memory in the world. Like, I've been to Wrestle Kingdom 5, 6, 8, all of them. I've been to almost every single Wrestle Kingdom. I think I've been like missed 2 or 3. And most of the time it was due to a nasty divorce or a boss asking me not to go to live events. I've even gone to prior events. I think the Dark Ages are over-exaggerated. Yes and no. All Japan was kicking ass. Inokiism, and I said this before his passing, so I don't want it to sound like, I'm like, yeah, Inoki. He passed away, and now I have his back. No. I think Inokiism saved professional wrestling. I think it did, without a doubt, in Japan. There would be no professional wrestling in Japan. Because what a lot of people miss is how insanely popular Pride was. People came in and like, yeah, pro wrestling. Like, do you want to watch pro wrestling for real? What? Yeah, watch it for real. What? And it had to change. If it isn't for Inokiism, if it isn't for MMA, the Dark Ages, there is no New Japan now. There's no All Japan. There's no professional wrestling on this island. It dies off faster than sumo's dying off right now. It's done. Yeah, but so I've been going to events probably since around 98. Back in the day, it was called Wrestling World. But yeah, and I've been to almost every single Wrestle Kingdom. There's been a couple that I missed just because of the sniffles and staying inside and all that. And one thing that people don't give credit for, A, Inokiism saved professional wrestling in Japan, and B, in Nakamura. Everyone's like, Tanahashi this, Tanahashi that. I feel so bad that Nakamura has to retire, surf in America. And in their prime, he wasn't the top guy. Everyone gives Tanahashi credit, and he deserves it. He's a great professional wrestling, changed the world is. But Nakamura, he could wrestle that future style, the golden age, if you will, and he could do the MMA style. Nakamura was the one that went against Brock Lesnar, not Tanahashi. Nakamura was the one that went against I mispronounced the name, Takayama, not thing. So I love Tanahashi. I just think Nakamura does not get the credit he deserves. He worked that MMA shoot, fabe style, whatever you want to call it, and also stunned the world with his actual in-ring skills. I don't know. I mean, you got January 4th, 2005. You got Tanahashi versus Nakamura. I remember people leaving going, what if that was pro wrestling? You got Nakamura, Takayama getting the NWF, but I always loved this one. Maybe it's because I was there live, and maybe it's because I love both these guys. And it wasn't the best 5-star matches, but it was something special to see live. And that was Josh Barnett versus Nagata. So yeah, anything with Hashimoto, you had me. Anything with Great Muta or Kenji Muto, you had me. But yeah, it was a different time, and a lot of people say, oh, it's because people don't talk about it because it's Dark Ages. Yeah, it's because of Pride. Pride was insanely popular. So I don't know. I mean, is it dark? I don't know when the Dark Ages officially end. When they officially start. Oh God, I got married. Sorry. I'm gonna say, if it counts, Wrestling World 2005, Tanahashi Nakamura, because I know people left that going, that's what wrestling should be. And then that opened up the doors to Tanahashi being amazing. That opened up the doors for Okada. That opened up the doors for the Pillars that carried us. And then you had, so many great wrestlers come through. So I don't know if it's the best match, but I think it's because the thing is, with Nakamura, Takayama, we're like, oh, that's good. NWF, okay, only one champ. They got the Josh Burnett. We're like, okay, yeah, got it. Where it's Japanese style, is, half mixed martial art, half that. But Tanahashi Nakamura, IWGP Under 30 Openweight Championship, I think that was the one that's like, people left the Tokyo Dome going, that's what wrestling should be. And they couldn't compete. They couldn't compete with mixed martial arts. They couldn't compete with Pride at the time. All Japan was bringing in all different types of stars from all around the world. I think that match turned the Dark Ages into the Golden Age, or whatever you want to call it after that. So I guess my answer, and I don't know if it counts, Tanahashi Nakamura for the IWGP U30 Wrestling World 2005. That is my answer, but you throw in Nagata, you throw in Muto, you throw in Hashimoto, and I'm like, I changed my mind instantly. You're like, but what about Hashimoto? I'm in. What do you got? What about Muto? Okay, I'm in. What do you got? So I enjoyed pro wrestling back then, and it was something special, and I think history isn't too kind on it because how exciting and how popular Pride was. And then they turned it around. And hopefully they could turn it around again. By the way, Ray T from Houston, Texas, and anyone who watches this, I literally reshot this to tell the Kenny Omega Will Ospreay joke. That's 10 out of 10, boys. That's 10 out of 10. Give myself a Barry Horowitz. All right, I hope that answers your question. But yeah, thank you so much. Feel free to tweet me at KocoSports with your questions. Leave it down in the comments, and we'll do some comment time. I'll try to get to you. We're always live on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, KocoSports. Make sure to follow everything. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for all your questions. With that, I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.